Hello, it's Monday morning. I'm George Davis, and that means it's time to get motivated. This is the month of August, and all month long, we've been talking about the process of calendaring. How do you put a calendar together for your church, for your ministry, that gets you ready for the next year? You know, the Bible makes it very clear that God is a God who wants us to plan. Plan our work, then we work our plan. And so last week, we talked about the different seasons that happen throughout the year that we need to be considerate of. And then today, I want to deal with the subject of prune first. Prune first. So what does that mean? Well, let me read to you from John chapter 15. I think it'll become clearer. John 15, verse 1, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes it away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes it so that it may bear more fruit. In other words, God says the branches that aren't bearing any fruit, he prunes those and takes them away. And even the ones that are productive, that are getting good, healthy production, he still prunes them so they can bear better fruit, more productive, more excellent fruit. So in our environments, I think one of the things that means for us that we've got to learn this process of doing less, but just doing it better. And that means that, you know, every year there ought to be a stop doing list that we go through in addition to adding stuff on. You know, we always have great ideas, and as a pastor or a leader of your ministry or organization, there are always going to be people bringing you brand new ideas. Pastor, I think we should do this. Or I have this wonderful idea. I saw this somewhere else. And so we have a tendency to add on new things that we believe are the right thing to do without slowing down to take the time to take some other stuff away. So make it a practice to do less things, but just do them better. Another thing that I think is important for us to do is just do it with what I call kill Old Yeller. Remember back in school when you read the book Old Yeller and you get down to the end of the book and Old Yeller gets ill and it's a sad ending because they have to take Old Yeller out back and do the unthinkable and go ahead and put Old Yeller to sleep. Some of us have some programs and things going on in our ministries or our churches or our businesses that just have become Old Yeller. We've been doing it that way for so long just because we've done it that way or because somebody really loves this particular area. But if we're honest with ourselves, it's not bearing fruit or it's not bearing enough fruit to justify the amount of time, effort, or money that we're putting into it. Stop playing around with it. Stop making excuses. Take Old Yeller out back and lovingly and kindly go ahead and kill Old Yeller. Then we got to take time to just go back and even reassess the areas that are bearing fruit. Even things that we're doing well, that we can see great productivity from, we got to go back and still reassess them because there's a tendency to get started doing something, we walk away and do something else, never come back to reevaluate what changes can we make, what updates can we make, what tweaks can we make so that even the fruit-bearing areas become more productive and more fruitful. Then I like to say this too, don't allow your ministry to become a bad episode of hoarders, where we just kind of stack stuff up and keep adding more stuff on, and then you look up and we just got a cluttered ministry full of stuff that is going on, but not really things that tie back to the vision God has given us. And the last thing I think is important for us is to make sure that we're always doing some spring cleaning. Every year there ought to be a spring cleaning time. We just go through and start evaluating what's working, what's not working, and get to the place where we're okay that everything is not supposed to be until death do us part. Here in our ministry, there's a number of things right now that I'm going through and evaluating what's working, what's not working, and what really still ties back to our vision today, and making some tough decisions that we're going to have to prune first if we're going to get better. God bless. See you next week.